Saving the world, one lost soul at a time. After inheriting a billion-dollar fortune and having a spiritual awakening, Ovella Williams re-enters Mike Tingley's life with a very basic proposition. Let's change the world. Together they strive to improve the lives of the people around them despite dark forces threatening their every move. This is the story of the American Benefactor.
Michael Tingley, is that you?
Ovella? What are you doing here?
It's been a long time. The world has since changed.
Mike Tingley, he thinks he has a pretty good life. The love of a beautiful girlfriend, Emma.
Fine, if you don't want me to look at you, then I won't.
Oh, no. Come here, I want to look at you too. Come on,
You don't want me to look, so I won't.
Come on. I just want to be next to you. I like having you around.
Comfortable job and some pretty cool friends.
It's the report I wrote for Metrics.
A report, that's what you call it? It's garbage.
Mike, you need to be more like this ale. Light, fun, versatile.
But deep down inside, something is missing, and something has been missing for a very long time. When Mike was a kid, he shared a special bond with his caretaker, Ovella Williams. She connected with Mike in a way his family could not. One day, while walking in the woods, Mike and Ovella came upon an old man who told them years from now they would be called upon to do something very important. Mike and Ovella, they never spoke about this encounter and don't fully believe it actually happened, even though it really did. Mike's mother, jealous of the bond developing between her son and Ovella, fires her abruptly. Mike and Ovella write to each other throughout the years. However, when Ovella finds herself in prison for a murder she did not commit, Mike receives no more responses. In prison, Ovella hit rock bottom and did things she carries the guilt of to this day. After 3 retrials, DNA evidence proved what Ovella was saying all along, and what Mike, who was keeping up with the trial in the news, knew in his heart, that she was 100% innocent of the crime. With a new lease on life, Ovella returns to caretaking, and her newest client, Robert Storms, is on his deathbed. And right before he dies, under no distress, he changes his will around and leaves all of his billion-dollar fortune to her. When the attorney called Ovella to tell her the news, she was surprised, to say the least. She struggled to sleep that night and went for a drive to clear her mind. She drove and drove and drove and drove, just thinking about all the mistakes she made in her life, all the failures, all the times she got it wrong. Eventually, she ends up at the beach in Seaside Park, New Jersey, just before sunrise. And as she sits upon a new day and the sun rises from the east, that's when it happened. Ovella saw a vision over the Atlantic that morning. She saw herself and Mike and all the people they would help along the way. You see, after that moment, Ovella changed. She can now see in others what they can't, maybe what they don't want to see. Around the same time, Anthony Storms, son of Robert, furious over being left out of the will, he had his own vision, one filled with fire, destruction, and despair.
So I'll be over soon. You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
You need to get out of my house or I'm going to call the police.
I came for what's mine. Give me a glass of water.
Anthony, please leave.
Give me a glass of water.
When Ovella reaches out to Mike and entices him to come on the journey, he wants to have nothing to do with it. But after Emma, the love of his life, she leaves him suddenly, well, that could definitely shake things up a bit.
Listen, here's what I want you.
No. Here's what I want you to do. Together, Mike and Ovella embark on a journey that changes the world forever. They help all types of people with all types of problems, all the while learning, growing, and progressing themselves. And while Mike and Ovella bring their clients to the light by showcasing their innate abilities and inspirations, Anthony Storms is there to highlight their failures and misgivings, including Ovella's failed relationship with her deceased son and enticing Mike with the very real love he still holds for his ex-girlfriend. The American Benefactor is a modern-day progressive highway to heaven or touched by an angel. The pilot revolves around Mike, still heartbroken over his horrible breakup, assisting his very non-emotional, transactional, and calculating friend Rovin find the meaning of true love. From there, we take on all types of problems, including overcoming loss, coming to terms with your mistakes, and reaching your true potential despite the fear of failure and rejection. There's so many stories out there, and with dignity and compassion, we're going to showcase these stories in a way that provides appreciation and empathy. The time is now to try to understand. As Mike and Ovella continue on the journey, they realize there's a whole lot more on the line than just the money. These people's stories matter, and the consequences of not succeeding will last for all time. And time as we know it is running out. Please check out webisodes 1 and 2, and a pitch deck and a full series Bible is also available upon request. Thank you very much.